Look, Jasper.
Oh.
It's a 3D printed robots. What do you say?
Thank you.
You know who you need to say thank you to, Jasper?
Yeah.
Say thank you to Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
Nice to have Jasper back in the car. Okay, he's going to preschool now. See you in a bit. Some kind of a software update or something, because I don't think it's hardware. It still works when I use the superchargers. So I think the key for now, I guess. Good day at preschool. Awesome. Button worked that time. That's why I'm fairly sure it's a software thing. And it works 100% of the time when you're talking about superchargers. I've just received a notification stating that, what is it called? Mac OS Sierra is now available for my MacBook. And in what is almost certainly a really stupid move, I'm actually going to install it. And hopefully I will still be able to edit vlog posts and get work done and stuff like that. We'll have to see. I'm always a bit nervous when it comes to updates. 2 hours to download. As has just been pointed out by Noah, my channel has just reached 1 million views. Ah, that's actually quite cool. I'm quite happy with that. Feel like I'm sort of, we're getting there. Seriously, just want to say a massive thank you to all my loyal subscribers who have helped me get to this milestone. Now I just need to get to 1 million subscribers and we'll really be cooking. Just a little way to go before I get there, but give it a year or two, or a decade or two, or a century or two. I don't care how long it takes, we'll get there. Speaking of things that take a long time to get there, just as long as it doesn't slow my laptop down. That's my big worry. I mean, I know Windows updates almost universally slow down your machine. I tend to use Linux before I had to go down the Mac route for editing software reasons. And certainly with Linux, updates always speed things up. With Mac, I don't know. Oh, there's no stopping it now. This is not going to plan. I've got loads of editing to do. This is taking ages. I'm gonna get a coffee. Well, it seems to have finished. Terms and conditions. Urgh. Does anyone actually read them? I know they should, but I mean, who has the time? I left my coffee outside about 20 minutes ago. It's gone cold now. Sitting here thinking, where's my drink gone? So I wasn't just planning on talking about grading my MacBook today. What I was going to talk about was driving efficiently in a Tesla, or in fact any electric vehicle, because I managed to do, oh hang on a second, now we're getting to the bit I'm vaguely interested in. Enable Siri. Okay then, doesn't seem to have slowed down much at all, so good job there, Apple. And the whole Siri thing, I'm not sure about it. I think I prefer the Google Now version, but it's still nice to be able to tell your laptop, what to do when you're fed up with it. I haven't really worked out exactly what I'm going to use it for, but I think a bit of voice activation is a nifty little perk. I do wish it was built in locally rather than purely online. I don't know. I'll have to turn the Wi-Fi off and find out. I bet it is not local. Siri not available because I'm not connected to the internet. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to have the ability to do things even when you're not on the internet. I mean, my keyboard doesn't turn off when I'm not on the internet. How do they expect us to take voice recognition seriously when it doesn't work if you have a little internet glitch? Okay, time to get on with the driving efficiently thing. I might just turn off the electric fan though, because it's making a hum, which is not the reason why we came out here. Of course, that does mean I'm going to have to be relatively quick with my efficiency tips because otherwise I'm going to freeze to death. And well, so on the drive back yesterday, I achieved what I consider to be pretty damn good efficiency, around 240 watt hours per mile over a 123 mile stretch. So that's, some bits would have been more, 250, 260-ish. Some will have been 220. I saw it go below 200 watt hours per mile for a while. And bearing in mind, this isn't one of the 60 kilowatt hour cars. I've got the 85, so it's a big, heavy car. And there was basically a few things that sort of helped me out here. The first was that the traffic was quite heavy, which lowers the speed of the roads. Stop and start traffic on the motorway. The trick with it is to try and speed up and slow down as smoothly as possible. You never want to put more speed in than you can get out with regen, and preferably sort of regen stroke coasting. If you sort of rush up behind the car in front and then slam your brakes on, your efficiency is gonna go through the floor. And the other thing that I did was that I didn't drive particularly quickly. I didn't actually have it on cruise control. I don't have autopilot, so I don't have to worry about that. Most of the time I actually drove it manually, and I just made sure that when I was going up a hill I would be giving it power, and then just before I'd get to the crest of a given hill I would feather the accelerator, as they call it, and then over the hill, and you pick up speed on the downside of the hill. The efficiency sort of really builds on itself. I was helped out a little bit by the wind. I was helped out by the fact that it was about 15 degrees outside, which would normally be a bit cold, but when you're doing, what in total was a couple of 100 miles worth of driving, the drivetrain has got so warm that heating the cabin really doesn't take much power anymore. Pilots, and in particular helicopter pilots, have a sort of a bit of a mantra, if you like. They love smooth. Things fly well when they fly smoothly, or when the pilot flies them smoothly. And it's exactly the same with electric vehicles. You want to be smooth. Accelerate smoothly, decelerate smoothly. And by doing that, I could have pretty definitely on 100% charge got 300 plus miles of range out of my car. And bearing in mind, my car's done 54,000, 55,000 miles, something like that. I can't even remember now. It's 2 years old. It's a rear-wheel drive 85, so it was good range, but these days the dual motors are obviously going to get a little bit more range, unless they're the performance model, and the 90 and the 100 obviously will get much more range. I wasn't the slowest vehicle on the road at any given point in time. There were bits where I was not exactly the fastest, but when you're stuck in what amounted to about an hour and a half's worth of traffic, fastest, slowest, everyone's going the same speed. Not a big fan of traffic. In fact, I hate traffic. But it did give me the opportunity to have some fun trying to absolutely minimize the amount of energy that I consumed. Quickly jumping back to the topic of yesterday's vlog post, the app. I've looked at things like sort of Plug Share and EV, what was the other one? EV Trip Planner. They're more or less what I'm talking about, but it's more or less. What I think I'm going to do is, I used to work as a business analyst, so I'm pretty handy with the old spreadsheets. So I'm going to make a very quick sort of spreadsheet template that just works roughly how I think the app should work. And then, depending on whether people think it's a good idea or not, I might actually build it into a little sort of Android app, which is the only app development that I have any experience at all in, and it's a very small amount of experience. And then if people like that, we'll make an Apple version. I think it's a useful tool. I think it's the kind of tool people will need even when they have much bigger batteries, because you won't always want to go via the super high powered charger, especially if it takes you out of your way. So you have to know, is it going to take me more time to plug in at my mate's house, or should I just divert to the supercharger? Now, how do you compare those two scenarios? Because driving an electric vehicle doesn't really need to take you out of your way any more than having to stop for petrol, which I would have had to do at the weekend because I did something like 350, 400 miles in total. Generally speaking, as you don't definitely start every day with a full petrol tank, means there's a very good chance I would need to fill up. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to share it and like it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye!